And what's going on YouTube? Let's just get into it so waste no more time here. Of course we're doing another D-gem spending video. I mean, in the previous video we did go ahead and get the Tet to MK3, and of course the main goal for this video is just going ahead and getting this pilot to level 61 and of course upgrading the weapons as much as we possibly can. Of course I do want to go ahead and change the pilot skills. With that being said, let's just go ahead and jump in the store, but first let's just transition to the web shop, get some D-gems, restore this account, and of course let's just upgrade this Tet. Okay, perfect. We just made it into the web shop. Honestly, let's just go ahead and get, I honestly think $18 is not going to be enough, so let's just go ahead and get the $30 pack for of course 2,500 D-gems. With that being said guys, I do not have a creator code, so if you want to go ahead and just subscribe, that'll honestly mean the world to me. With that being said, let's just go ahead and go into the game and spend all of these D-gems. And it's just the load up, and perfect, we just got our 2,625 D-gems, which will of course be addition to the previous D-gems that we did have in our account. So honestly, with that being said, let's just go into the store and see what we can do to honestly this Tet. I do want to go ahead and upgrade the pilot skills, but I of course need to find the perfect pilot skills to go with the Tet first. So of course before spending, let's just go ahead and do our off-screen research, and I'll meet you on in a second. Okay, perfect. I mean, after hours of scrolling, we finally found the 18,000 gold and of course our 12,000 to upgrade our pilots for just 800 D-gems. I mean, compared to everything else in the store, of course this is the best deal, and we do have our 1,800 D-gems left. There is a pack for power cell and of course upgrade tokens, but let me just see the rest of the store, and honestly I'm gonna get back to y'all. Okay, I did find another deal which is probably the best, 270 million silver and of course an addition of 8,000 gold for just 800 D-gems, or was that 700 D-gems? It was definitely 800 D-gems. So I do have 1,000 D-gems left. Let's just go ahead and get the upgrade token and of course a free 250 power cells, which will definitely not be helping us. We do have 600 D-gems left, but let me just go and upgrade this pilot, and let me just honestly work with the pilot settings, or well perks you could say, just for a little bit, just to well give me some ground, and of course well let me just know what I'm doing with this pilot before spending the 600 D-gems. Of course we did get our pilot upgrade, but I do want to see what other perks there are of course that we can go ahead and put on this Tet to make it well honestly a brawler, and just so it does not die just quickly in a game. With that being said guys, let me just go ahead and find or just do some research on these perks, and I'll see you all in a second. Okay, perfect. So I did end up finding this. I mean, I do have the Clever Survivor on the Tet, which does replenish one ability after the Tet's durability drops to a certain level. But let's just go ahead and get this as well. So it recharges an active module after the Tet's ability while health drops to a certain level. With that being said, let me just go ahead and find some more perks to honestly add to this Tet, and I may be changing the Wonder Worker. With that being said, I'll see you in a second. Well, perfect. I did end up finding this. Of course, Tet's physical shield has increased durability. I mean, physical shield expert will definitely be one of the best on the Tet, given that the durability is the main feature for the Tet. So let's just go ahead and get that. I mean, there is one more that we do need to change, so that's Bounty Hunter, which is definitely not what I want. Destroying an enemy robot increases your damage for 5 seconds, which definitely will be changed. I mean, previously I did see something that I do want to change it to, and it might be this. I mean, Tet has more durability, but its shield durability is lowered or well reduced by 2.5%, and the max of starting point is of course 7.5%, which will definitely be helpful in of course team battles. So let's just go ahead and get this and upgrade them to tier 4. I mean, I do have to boost the pilot as well, and I'm sure the cost of the gold to boost is 500 at after you use the upgrade token. So let's get all of this to tier 4, and it's looking pretty good. Of course, let's just go ahead and boost our Tet so we can get that extra percentage. Of course, 1,000, I expected it to be 500, but 1,000 completely fine given that we do have over 30,000 gold. So let's just go ahead and get it to 66, that's 6,000 gold, 7,000 gold, 8,000 gold, and of course 9,000 gold, and it's sitting at level 69. I mean, a perfect number to just go ahead and wrap the Tet up there. I mean, the pilot skills are looking absolutely amazing. Of course, the drone, I do need to go ahead and level up. But with that being said, I'm going to try to get all of my weapons to MK2, given that if you do not know how the game works, of course, the more damage you do, honestly, the longer you last in the game, given that you can damage your opponent and kill him quicker. So let's just go ahead and just upgrade all of our weapons, given that our Tet is already MK3. We have a maxed out pilot, but none of my weapons are MK2, and we do have that 40% discount, which is definitely going to to help us get to MK2, and of course just conserve our resources, mainly silver in this case, because gold unfortunately is just terrible. But MK2 with the L83, and of course we do have a second one, and of course I do have the Kirin, which I do want to go ahead and upgrade as well. So luckily, again, as I said, that 40% discount really does help us. And the gold is honestly flying a bit fast. Hopefully I have enough gold to do all of these. Maybe I shouldn't have got my pilot to level 69, but it was definitely worth it for, of course, I mean, just the teth. And the upgrade to MK2 is of course 300 gold, and we might just have enough to honestly get every single weapon to MK2. I mean, 3.6 million, of course just gold, 4.8 million. Of course we're getting 8,730 gold. And it is honestly level 10. We just have 2 more levels until we can go ahead and upgrade it to, well, MK2. And there's the last final upgrade for MK2, sitting at still 100 million, or well, just over 100 million silver. It is honestly, well, not that, well, it's not a bad position to be in. Of course I do want to go ahead and spend the rest of my silver on, of course, upgrading the Prime M82, given that it does do as much damage as the ultimate version of it. So that is pretty much a wrap up with the teth. Honestly, just using the last bits of silver I have just to upgrade it as much as I can, with 54 million silver left. What can I do with just 54 million silver left? I mean, I can just go ahead and get the L83 up to level 4 perhaps, or maybe I'll just go back. Can I upgrade the Prime Arm again? Yes, I can. Let me just go 1 upgrade on that, and of course I can do 2 upgrades on the Prime Arm, just leaving it at level 6. Honestly guys, that has been a pretty successful video, given that we did find the best perks, well, yet for the teth. And honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap that up there with 600 D-gems left to spend. Honestly, the next spending video is definitely going to be wild, guys. With that being said, just go ahead and subscribe, like, and honestly YouTube, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.